Today's reading is Venom from the Sexypedia Wiki. Source content warning. While not covered in this entry, the source material deals with potentially disturbing subject matter. If you find it interesting, but are reserved for the following topics, gore and death, please check an in-depth list of content warnings. The Wiki recommends Does the Dog Die? Before interacting with it and proceed with caution. Spoilers ahead! This article contains major spoilers about this sexy person and or their source material. Please proceed with caution. Venom is a character appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics. The character is essentially an alien symbiote with an amorphous liquid-like form, who survives by bonding with a host, usually human. This dual life form receives enhanced powers and usually refers to itself as Venom. The symbiote was originally introduced as a living alien costume in The Amazing Spider-Man issue 252, May 1984, with a full first appearance as Venom in The Amazing Spider-Man. More information can be found on the Marvel Wiki and the Sonyverse Wiki. His class is Tiamat. His aliases include Lethal Protector, Black Suit, Symbi, Venny, Alien Costume, Ancient Venom, Corruptor, the Original Symbiote, Black-Hearted Suit, The Other, the Spider's Black Spirit, Spartalphanum, and Vengeance, and his sources are Marvel and the 2018 Venom movie. Basic information. The Venom symbiote's first notable human host was Spider-Man himself, who eventually discovered his true nefarious nature and separated himself from the creature. The symbiote went on to merge with other hosts, beginning with Eddie Brock, its best-known host, with whom it first became Venom. Venom has endured as one of Spider-Man's most prominent villains, and it was initially regarded as one of his three arch-enemies. Since his debut, however, Venom has evolved into an anti-hero figure, slowly distancing himself from his initial goal to ruin Spider-Man's life to try and do good instead. In the comics, Venom is currently bonded to Mary Jane Watson, and in the Sonyverse, Venom sacrificed himself to save Earth from a potential Null invasion. Archetypes. Angst. Venom tackles with his own morality thanks to his actions. After meeting Spider-Man, he learned betrayal, guilt, and fear. This also made him and Eddie into the duo they're known for today, being fueled by their own hatred for Peter Parker. He's known he's done a lot of bad during his time with his various hosts, but as time went on, he learns that he just wanted to do good despite how he's seen as a monster. Cosmic. In the comics and the movies, Venom originally hails from the planet Clintar, which, fun fact, is the symbiote word for cage, which was made to hold the creator of the symbiotes, Null. In the comics, Venom was cast off of the prison and bonded with a Kree soldier, Telkar. He also bonded to an alien who used him as a weapon to commit genocide. Distinctive voice. In many adaptations, such as the Sonyverse and animated TV shows, Venom speaks in a very deep and growly distorted voice. Duality. With his hosts, most notably Eddie Brock. This duality was also present when Venom had Spider-Man as its host, with Peter being under the symbiote's initial dark influences in many mediums. Girl boss / knife murder. Venom is well known for his aggressive approaches to dealing with villains, and he's heavily associated with chaos, destruction, and violence. Of course, shown in the fact that he literally eats people's brains like it's chocolate, and he enjoys doing so. As you see, the people love him for this. Hot-headed. One of Venom's most prominent character traits is his short temper, which often causes him to get violent and or throw tantrums. John-locked. Since the 2018 movie, most fans prefer to write Venom and Eddie as being in an outright romantic relationship. To be fair, the movie doesn't exactly go out of its way to discourage that interpretation, but the fact remains, it's not technically canon. To promote the home release of the movie, Sony released a fake trailer advertising it as a rom-com between Venom and Eddie. Actor Tom Hardy has made suggestive jokes about his characters, and in a deleted scene, Venom confirmed that it was his idea to kiss Eddie while using his ex-fiancée as a host, but none of these are technically canon. The symbiote and Eddie are similar to a romantic couple in the current main comic timeline, and Venom is basically their in-universe ship name. LGBTQ+ coded. As stated above, Venom and Eddie are not canonically in a relationship in the Venom movies. However, in the sequel, Venom was deliberately gay-coded. After the two fight and separate, Venom goes to a rave that director Andy Serkis said was based off an LGBTQ+ festival, and described as Venom's coming out party. There, Venom gets on stage and gives a speech about how he hates that Eddie makes him hide who he is, and later tells a woman who propositions him that she's not his type. Serkis also said about Venom and Eddie, absolutely, they do love each other, and that's kind of the center of the movie, is that love affair, that central love affair. Monster features / fangs / claws / eye imagery. Venom is mostly associated with his fangs and his ability to create tentacles and shapeshift into large monstrous forms, but he also has claws present in most iterations of his design. Venom's eyes also appear to be rather strange-looking slits. Morally gray. Venom's an anti-hero, so him being morally gray is a given. This is shown in the newer comic runs and in the Venom movies, where Eddie and his host dish out justice, even through violent means. Non-human / goof / alien. As stated, Venom comes from outer space and does not have a human body, only temporarily inhabits it. Such a human vessel is referred to as a host. One-winged angels has brick shit house. A strange case in that Venom himself is the one-winged angel form, that under normal circumstances is inert and invisibly inside the host. It only comes out on the surface to protect them, by transforming them into a massive muscular hulking monster that eats people and bites their heads off. Power imbues his host, Eddie Brock, with superhuman abilities, such as a healing factor and similar abilities to Spider-Man. He also telepathically communicates with his hosts. Perpetual Smiler, he more often than not wears a huge, toothy smile. Quotable catchphrases: "We are Venom." Rival/redeemed villain. Venom's well known for his rivalry with Spider-Man, originally stemming from when he discarded of his black suit and bonded with Eddie. In most mediums, Venom and Eddie served as a villain duo for Spider-Man, or for the Lethal Protector storyline where Eddie wanted to pursue justice. Though Spidey and Venom were still rivals at the time, they did help each other out at certain points, such as with Carnage, and reconcile their differences. Theme song has a song appropriately titled Venom from the Venom movie. Tongue imagery. 90% of what got him sexified probably. Normally the fans have to add the long sexy tongue themselves, so we're sure they appreciate the work being preemptively done for them.